Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. It's your evening debate, and we're here to talk about the Man United takeover. New news: Caicedo is said that he's going to Chelsea, and Bayern Munich are hijacking Kim Min Jae from Manchester United. Someone that was happy this morning, laughing on streams, smiling. Look at his face. You can just tell right away how
No,
he
no,
is
no, no, no.
feeling.
That's because he's been doing some gardening. He's been doing some cleaning.
It's not because Man United.
He's been moving some boxes. He's been tidying up. We've had a busy night, Mo.
Yeah, man. I mean, cleaning. Not gonna. Wait. I'm gonna say the word right before someone has to say pause. One sec. No pauses are allowed. We've been cleaning food.
Cleaning food, seasoning food,
because if you say the other one that people are gonna say, they're gonna say, "What? Why are you doing that? Pause." Yeah, man. So
what time do you fly over?
What is name with marinating? What is wrong with that?
No. If you're gonna say, yeah, I've been cleaning meat, marinating meat.
Yeah, cleaning meat.
Pause. You know, even someone said it to me. I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing that." She's like, "Pause." I'm like, "What do you mean pause?"
What, you've been cleaning paws?
The hamster. No, had the
This is tedious links. Mo, when's your flight over for the barbecue though?
I leave Thursday, and sorry, I leave tomorrow. Friday.
I'm waiting to see if it's a little surprise and you walk through the gate at like 3 p.m. or something.
Well.
Yeah, man.
That laugh was like he might be, you know.
No.
Right, I'm gonna big up.
Hold on a second, Mo. Are you coming?
Pause.
I never said anything.
Hold on, Mo. Are you coming? Pause. No, are you traveling to England?
I actually was planning, but then I couldn't find enough. To be honest with you, I'm stuck here because I don't have a green card and I don't have a passport. They took all my paperwork. I have to get a new passport because
that's what it's like being American. It's just not worth it, bro.
Man.
Like they took my green card and I was asking the guy, can I travel? He's like, no, you need to get a new passport. And I'm like, so how can I get a new passport? He said the wait is 12 to 16 weeks.
Oh, welcome to America.
And then I had to book an emergency appointment, and the first one was like in a week or something because I'm going to France. But anyway, let's get this show started, people. There's 150 of you here. Let's get to 100 likes. You know the drill. Free content mean you hit that like, right? Get your questions in, your comments. If you want us to stop the show and talk about your comment, we're gonna stop it 3-4 times depending on how many we got, how many questions, how many super chats we got. Of course, if you want to get your comments in, get him, support the channel. The first one, we're going to just right off the bat, Wolves FI. You didn't say anything. He just donated 10 euros for us. Appreciate the donation, my
Wolves,
man.
As always,
there has to be something you want to say.
I remember as well, one time we said something like, make him a mod now, and he said, unmod me straight away. I do not want to be him.
Threatening us to unmod. I'm like, what? Like, nah. No, to unmod, like you usually get threatened to get to be modded or something like that, man. But let me big up some of the guys in the comments, man, because there's so many guys that are just through this heat and everything as well. Big up Wolves for the super chat as well. Oh my word, you lot do not stop talking in this chat sometimes. We got Fraser, we got the Broken Memories, Kojo. Zane in the building as well. I can see. Who else can I see? There's loads of you. You just go back and forth. United Red. Slim Aki.
I must admit, I'm noticing more and more United are getting up in the mixer at last, Cass. You seem to be at last. They seem to be following you over here at last.
Maybe. They might prefer Mo. To be fair, a lot of United fans hate me.
Do you know what?
Go on.
It seems like there's getting so many United fans here that Ty might actually likes doing shows here soon because it'll be like an echo chamber where we can just feel in his comfort zone again, where he's got plenty of Man United around him.
Hurad says Kasim been holding up. He's finalizing Manu buy. Big up Hurad. Big up Don Dada. That's Don Dada Diamond. If people don't know,
I don't understand. Yeah. So you're typing El Mas El Aswad, which is black diamond. This is the translation for the nickname. Yeah. It's a black diamond. Why? Yeah. Where are you from?
I think if I'm correct, I think he's from Jamaica, isn't he? Or somewhere in the Caribbean, if I'm correct
so
on that.
How did he type Arabic? Anyway,
I'm not too sure, man.
Confused.
There's loads of people. Elder K, Geordie Toon, Terrence, Chelsea Blue, Bilal, man. Big pause. I trust me on that one. And loads of more people. Boys, us Star Lord. There's loads and loads, man. The Ben Jacob fan club is here. We don't rate him. And now we've got Time Sport versus Reuters. And Reuters ain't a sports thing, so it's all just up in the air. Black Diamond.
You know the one bit that I don't get. So can you explain to me live? Firstly, so the bit I don't right. So firstly, Kaz, I already know with you, yeah, that you're optimistic. Yeah, you'll always tell me that things are done before they're done. However, the bit that I don't get is that now people are saying it won't be done till
the start of the season.
Bro, the start of the season like 2 months away. So I get if it's not done yet, but if it's not done yet, why does that instantly mean, well, now it won't be done till the start of the season? Could it not be done in 2 weeks' time? Could it not be done in a month's time?
I feel like if I'm correct, last time with Chelsea and Newcastle, when the exclusivity is done, that's pretty much your time. It says, okay, you've basically got the club, it's done now, right? Like, and they accept it.
Yeah.
And they go on. It doesn't mean they're going to be in the building yet. I don't know, man.
And this is what I said to you last night when I said to you, you're not worried that, like, I do know, we know that United are going to get bought out sooner or later. Yeah. We don't know if it's Ratcliffe or there, but are you not worried that even if they do come in now, it's not going to be?
No, I don't, because I think Man United fans knew this. It's not about the transfers, that, to be fair.
Oh, right. You're just thinking, we need new owners just for the club to be going in a new direction.
That's it. I think for us United fans, I feel like I could speak for the majority, definitely including myself out of all people. But it's just like we already know that Man United got things to sort out, and that our main transfer window probably won't be maybe till January.
Yeah, to be fair, you can sort a roof out any time of year.
Maybe, yeah.
You can get Mario and Luigi and sort out the plumbing any time of day. Yeah,
any time of day, man. Any time they get Wario. Get Bowser in and everyone, and Princess Daisy. Peaches, that's the one.
Peaches.
Yeah.
Can I let's talk about sharing. Let's talk about sharing stuff. Let's talk about actually showing the people what is happening on. If you're not following what is happening on Twitter, I can actually show you right here. So the number, it's behind it. Yeah, I need to move it.
Shocking. Just put in someone. Just put it over if you have to.
Here you go. It's right here. So, okay, I just moved it. It's right here. Update the layout. Fine. And you can tell now that this is what Mike Keegan, if you want to see what happened, this is what he said. He said Manchester United takeover. It's 8 to 12 week approval process. Means Glazers may remain in control until the start of next season. No decision on winning bids, which this is the confusing part. We're not financial people, but reports sends share price rocketing, which is supposed to be the opposite. If this news is correct,
but I can't. Right. Now, that does make sense, though, because if it's saying it's now at a point where they just have to go through the approval process, and the approval process is going to take 12 weeks, what it's saying is the likelihood is now that Qatar will own Man United.
No, it says no decision on winning bid. In front, it says in his tweet, no decision on winning bid. That means nobody is
take preferred. 8 to 12 weeks to make a decision.
Didn't Kendall say this yesterday? But she said, knowing Man United, they'll probably get it done. She said that it takes like 6 weeks, not 8 to 12 weeks. And they'll say, knowing Man United, they'll get it done within like a couple of weeks.
Yeah. In the same time,
I don't know.
This is what Reuters just did. So if you're not following, this is what Reuters just did. Reuters said exclusive. Manchester United negotiating exclusivity with Qatar's Sheikh Jassim in the 6 billion plus sale take.
So they got
plus means there is the. I'm gonna take Cass's words. Read between the lines. 6 billion plus means there is still room for negotiation, but they need to sit at the table to determine what is the sale price. But they need to sit at the table to make it happen. That is what's going on. So Reuters tweeted this 40 minutes ago. Mike Keegan tweeted
that. They said that earlier as well. Did they not? They said that earlier in the day, and then as soon as Time said that, it's like I feel like maybe Reuters, whoever the exclusive writers are for them and who they ever get their knowledge from, who are business people, probably saying, "Are you trying to insult our integrity?" Maybe
Intelligence.
Yeah.
We've
Our
talked a
integrity,
lot
to be fair.
about the takeover. I don't know what it means. I think if Man United, the takeover doesn't happen soon, they're gonna miss on a lot of targets, which is one of them. We are here to share the news with you, which is this one. Do you want to move on from the takeover and start talking about the shit that just happened about an hour, 2 hours ago, based on the news, which is this
Kim Min Jae?
Kim Min Jae. So people say, this is everywhere now. This is everywhere. It says that understand that Bayern Munich have presented their project to Kim Min Jae this week, and the agreement on personal terms is now close. Kim tempted by the Bayern, as talks are now in advancing fast. Man United remain interested, but it was never done. Release clause is available in July.
This is what you're saying though, Daps, isn't it? It's this is exactly what you're missing out. You're missing out on targets
especially when Bayern are in the mix, man. You know, Bayern move ruthless,
and they're gonna love a release clause.
Yeah,
and
Bayern just pop up and get shit done very quickly.
That means Lucas Hernandez is probably on his way out then, which is always
he already expressed the way to say that one out.
Yeah, basically. So it makes sense. Get one out, one in. Pause. That means they got Ligt, Upamecano. Pavard wants to leave. Who's the other two centre backs? Then if they do get Kim Min Jae,
they don't have. They have only two and a youngster. It was Lucas Hernandez.
Oh
so
yeah,
they need a third one plus the youngster, and they're okay because they still have Alphonso Davies, and they still have Mazraoui, and they have a couple of other youngsters as well coming from the youth team. Listen, Bayern Munich are never like a stacked team with like 50 players. They're a well-run club. Yeah, they kind of deviated a little bit lately.
Again, you know what?
1 or 2 years. But I think he goes
getting pipped by Bayern. Like, to be fair, I'm not. It'll be annoying to get Kim Min Jae, but it's like I'm not hurt by it. It's like I think you said it before. That's the Bellingham thing. Hey, mate, if you wanted to go Real Madrid, who's gonna really laugh at Real Madrid? Like, it's not really getting. Is it? If you get hijacked, let's say by Arsenal or Chelsea or Man City, like you'd find that insulting.
No, it's the way Bayern do business, man. Yeah. Bayern do business very quickly.
It's garbage though, man. I'll be real. It's very garbage. But that
I thought that one was good as done to you lot. So
I thought it was, but until the release clause gets triggered, nobody's getting it.
Yeah, true.
No, you can go and buy him for a price higher than you can. You can literally negotiate with Napoli and pay the money now, and you can get.
I don't know. I feel like with all this going on, teams are going to take advantage of Man United targets. That's just the way it's going to have to go right now, and you're going to have to hold that one. And that's why I don't mind because I know from Bayern, there's another cheap option with Axel Disasi. Now he's a quality player.
Is he sassy?
Yeah, I don't mind that, but obviously Kim Min Jae, I feel like is the real deal, and I feel like he'd be very good in the Prem. Disasi, I think, as good as he is and as good as he can be, there's going to be a lot of things like he needs to still prove himself. You know, like where I feel like Kim Min Jae comes in the starting lineup straight away, where I think Disasi doesn't. So, yeah, man, it's a bit of a hard one. Pause.
It's very listen. Kim Min Jae is gonna leave because Napoli just hired Rudy Garcia. If you guys know who's that, it's absolutely terrible coach. He was fired in Saudi Arabia. I think Napoli just won the league and they were like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I think Osimhen might be on the way out. I think Kim Min Jae is gonna be leaving. I think the superstars are gonna leave, and I think people need to act quickly.
Wait, Rudy Garcia, you're talking about the one that managed the Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
the one in the World Cup.
No.
Oh, no. I was gonna say, like, I feel like he was talking about him potentially, but wait, didn't he have
Rudy Garcia?
Did he not have a stint at Lyon?
Yes, and Roma.
His team was the one that beat Man City a few years ago, wasn't it?
He was coaching Al Nassr. He was coaching Al Nassr before that. Lyon, Marseille, Roma, Lille, but he was never like he won the league with Lille, and then he went to Roma. But that was it. Yeah, he won the league with Lille. I think that was the time where Eden Hazard came to the picture, 2013. So he was coaching between 2008, 2013 there.
So where's the Napoli manager off to then?
He quit.
Wow. He did a mic drop, literally.
He literally just quit. He's gonna go hang out in his Tuscany villa drink wine.
I rate it. I rate it. He won the league. He won the league and literally went like that and dropped the mic and bopped off and said, "See you later. I'm going to my villa with some nice wine."
Do you want Inzaghi for next season? Inzaghi. Do you reckon he will stay?
I'm not his biggest fan, just to be honest, because of his league form is shit. He's absolutely fantastic in cup competitions.
I mean, not that good.
I mean, he still secured you top four. Still scored you top four, got you into a final.
Did we have a squad better than top four? You see how we play? We should be winning the league, not competing for top four in the final 2 weeks, bro.
I don't know. I think obviously Napoli, no one expected that for this season, right? But who finished above you again?
Lazio, 1 point.
Yeah, you should be finishing above.
Yeah,
Lazio.
you should be finishing above Lazio.
And we shouldn't be finishing 15 points from Napoli.
And Lazio always good.
Lazio have been good since they got rid of Gaza.
But Lazio always do this thing where they have this surges of form at the end of the season and they just go beast mode.
Yeah, they were actually 6 or 7, and then Maurizio Sarri, like, they won like 8 games or something like this.
Actually, to be fair, you should consider yourself lucky considering Juventus got taken out at that time.
No, we were always going to be in the Champions League because Milan are going to miss out. Always.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
But anyway, long story short, I think Inzaghi just renewed his contract. They might sell Onana again to Man United. Very strange. It depends on De Gea. If De Gea leaves, they have to buy him because it's going to be a priority at that point.
I'd be all for Onana coming in, keeping Henderson if it means as a backup. And I know he's not going to like it. If it really meant that De Gea leaves, I'm taking it. You got you're on the contract, Man United. Suffer then. We need you for the English quota anyway. So there you go. And then bring him a takeover for the third choice. That's another English homegrown. Well, he's not English. Sorry, he's a homegrown. That's category B. Done. No more
50 million, guys. It's not 50 million. Onana isn't gonna go for less than about 70 or 65 or 70 million pounds, if not more. It's
what do you
not
mean?
happening.
Your club is broke, G. Again.
We don't need to sell him. We don't need to. That was before the final.
No, it wasn't. Yes, you got some money, but at the same time, you've got potential Lukaku deal to deal with. You said your most valuable asset in Barella might be staying. If there's anyone that you need to get a little bit extra money from, it might be Onana. I don't think.
Why would they sell him? There is no reason for them to sell him because we have to. I'm being realistic. I'm not being so. We have to invest. Like the Vicario guy, they said they wanted 30 million for him.
Yeah, no, that's 70, no. If you're gonna talk 70 million, go get Mike Maignan. He's better than him. So
Mike Maignan, they want 80 million pounds for him. They want 95 million euros for him.
See, because I remember earlier in the season. Hearing talk of it, is the San Siro being knocked down this season, or are they keeping it still?
No, they have to agree. The city wouldn't. They haven't agreed yet on a place and a plan to actually do a new stadium.
Hopefully, we get your AC next season because I haven't been to.
You want to go to the San Siro?
I've kind of wanted. I wanted your. I think in the quarters I was saying I wanted AC or Inter because I wanted to go to the San Siro. I haven't been to the San Siro yet. I really want to do that.
But to be honest, you went to Munich, which is a fantastic stadium. Was that your first time in Munich?
That's went everywhere, man.
Do you know what I've been to this season? I was speaking earlier on to someone and I was saying I've been to this year in 2023. I've been to Leipzig, Munich, Madrid again, and then
you went to Barcelona pre-season or the middle of the season?
I went to Barcelona pre-season. Yeah, I went to Barcelona
or mid-season with that friendly game, right?
And then Atletico, and who was it before that? But ultimately, I just want a holiday without football now. It's great, but I actually just want to sit round the pool, have a drink, and chill out because, like. You never
I'm
chill.
Doing that in 3 weeks.
Bro, you don't chill on a football holiday. You just get pissed.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, guys in the chat. I'll be here, man. I don't need a pool.
And I'm going to Athens, hopefully, in August as well.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll be here. That's how you need to hurry your flipping self up, man. But yeah,
Athens
man.
Will be good. Athens will be good.
Other than that,
I want to do some sightseeing in Athens. Because Athens has got
Athens is great. Athens is great, by the way.
I didn't like it.
No,
I like history.
The food was
I'm a historical person.
out
Man.
of this. The kafta, you would love the
bro.
grilled stuff.
Bro, Istanbul, Oma, bro.
Turkish food is great.
Bro,
Greek
we were
food
just eating.
is
We were
amazing.
just eating mixed grills non-stop. Non-stop, man.
I love history, man. Greek history
You're
is one
making
of
me
my
hungry.
favorites. Well.
History, you go to Roma.
Yeah. I still haven't done Rome as well. I need to do Rome as well.
Rome's great. And the best thing is, whatever they tell you, don't get the metro. Just walk everywhere, man. That's what I walked everywhere.
It's hot in summer, bro. It's hot in 30-something degrees in Roma.
To be fair, I know it's off topic. I went there in December of 2017 or 18, and I walked everywhere. Like there was
the weather is good, huh?
The Colosseum, I don't know how, but it was late at night, and you know that you get these tourist guys that need to go. You can put you through, or you can wait in a long line. Like we just got this super fast. They try to hassle us for 50 euros. They try to say stuff like, "Oh, you know, I've got kids. This, that, and the other. I'm just trying to get a buck." I'm like,
"Oh, that's everywhere."
Yeah. So they're like, "Yeah, it's like 50." I said, "I'll give you 30 euros each, like for 2 tickets. I'll give you 50 euros for 2 tickets, or take it or leave it."
Bro, it was mad in at the fan zone in Istanbul. Hold tight, Brett. There was these two Turkish kids. And they like came over going, Manchester City. And we're like, yeah. Then they're like putting their hand out because they've chanted Manchester City. They wanted money. And
money.
They wouldn't leave us alone. So Brett gave one of them 20
pounds?
20 something. Don't know what. But then they started arguing over how they were going to split it. So he gave them another 20. It was like one each. Next minute, they had all their cousins and everything. And it was like, hold on a minute. Next minute, they were getting escorted out though, and they actually had the guy with them that was like a mini Pep Guardiola.
Well, I'm not surprised.
He was a dwarf with a bald head.
Let me ask you a question, Daps. Riots to Manchester City.
Yeah.
What are you saying about that, man?
No. You know what, bro? It's one of them ones where I just look at it and think, would I take riots at Manchester City? Absolutely, I would. But I don't necessarily think he's not Gundogan or he's not a Bernardo Silva for me. He's not either of them. But more so, I think it's nailed on he's going Arsenal. And I think right now, there's no coincidence that Arsenal have put a bid in, yeah? The bid's been rejected, and then conveniently, agents are reporting or journalists are reporting, oh, Man City room for him. So what that's basically trying to do is make Arsenal up their bid quickly because they've gone and dropped Man City's name in the mixer. I don't think there's any truth in it. I think it's all part of just trying to.
I have a question.
I honestly don't think. I don't think City this transfer window will be going for people that other teams are targeting.
I have a question, guys. I have a question.
City, I think with where we are as a team, hold on, just quickly. I think where we are as a team right now and where we kind of have wanted to be as a club, as in, like I spoke last night, I think, about the free transfer, the release clauses, because City like to be able to go in, drop the release clause and leave without there being any bidding wars. If we go in for Declan Rice, we're bang in the middle of a bidding war. If we lose, then it's seen that Man City have lost. I think City are going to go in for people that other teams aren't linked with this summer.
Can I give you an alternative? What if Calvin Phillips, right? Because Calvin Phillips might be out of favor, yeah. And I know he wants to work hard on the Pep Guardiola and everything. What if Calvin Phillips is put part of that deal?
But apparently Calvin Phillips is. So apparently City have said that they would be willing to consider bids for Cap. They're not saying they want to sell him. A bit like last summer, remember we were willing to listen to bids for Nathan Ake, and then we'll go and see if it's worth it. But apparently a few clubs that have already tried, negotiations have broken down very quickly because I think Calvin Phillips is saying, not on it, want to stay where I am, cheers. So
yeah. Okay, so for Cass, forget bids and stuff. Would you, if Kyle Walker leaves, Daps, and you play the same formation, would you like Stones to be the center back next to Diaz and Ake, Akanji in the bench, and Rice and Rodri in the middle?
Hold on. So who are fullbacks?
They're not the same. No. Stones, Diaz, Akanji or Ake, 3 in the back.
Oh, yeah.
2 in the center, exactly like Stone and Rodri,
No,
but it's Rice and Rodri.
Just to be clear, we play 4 at the back, but then one of them moves into the middle. Yeah.
That's not what happens anymore. I think you play Stones is definitely in the center. I was watching the heat map. You
But
definitely
but,
play
but that's
free.
because you lot were really, bro.
It's not only us. This is against other teams as
look,
well.
So
It's
the
all
whole thing is
average
yeah,
position.
but that's because City generally don't like being attacked. But if need be, he will drop back into a back four. Yeah, look, I personally think right now, right, the fact that I said this to Cass the other day. I think if we get rid of Walker, we will get in a right back, right? Because we need every now and again to be able to play with the right back. We can't just have no fullbacks. Yeah, I don't believe we could. We have to have a fullback. So I don't think, but I think Vardiol's the interesting one because that tells me that, look, with Akanji, Ake, Diaz, Stones, you could think if we get rid of Laporte, we really don't need to go and spend big money on another centre-back. The fact that Pep does want to go and spend big money on another centre-back, but maybe one that can also play on the left, tells me that with Laporte, it is literally because of a conflict between him and Pep, if you know what I mean. So they're going to get that. But look, if Walker goes, I think we have to get a replacement in. I think we do.
Yeah, you definitely do. You would only have basically Rico Lewis.
I can't see Walker leaving. I'll be honest with you now. Can someone quickly Google how many years left on Walker's contract? I think it might be 2.
1.
Hold on.
2024.
Yeah, all right. So I think City would probably, if Walker wants to leave, I think City would probably say, listen, yeah, you've done your time at this club. You've won us 5 Premier Leagues. Wait 1 more year, we'll let you go on a free. At his age, that is the exact type of thing. Look, you go through it. Zabaleta, Fernandinho, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany. I think
but he won't get a big contract. If he doesn't leave this year, he won't
go
get
Sheffield United. He'll go Sheffield United or something where he started his career.
Yeah, but I think if he leaves this year,
he won't.
He gets a big contract.
Yeah, he won't leave this year. I'm confident.
If someone comes with money,
maybe no, we're not you, bro.
No, seriously, if he wants to go, what?
Yeah, but I don't think City will sell him.
Yeah, I just think
so
maybe.
You're saying so now you're saying now that City would keep a player that doesn't want to be there. So how old is he? You told me before that doesn't happen.
How old is he?
33.
Right, 33, yeah. So at 33 years old, I think City would sell him, but I think you'd have to come in and not just offer him big money. I think City would be like, you need to be paying us some pretty good money that no one, I think, would be willing to pay for a 33-year-old.
That's what I said earlier.
Yes, thank you, guys. So you're saying that Man City will hold him hostage?
No.
For the last year of his contract.
If we hold Bernardo Silva hostage, I think City will say, if the offer is good, because what I've always said, Mo, hold on. Let's be very clear. What I've always said is when City allow people to run down their contract, and go on a free, right? So I think City will do the same with Walker. They'll say, if someone comes in and offers us good money for a 33-year-old, we will take it. Otherwise, we will let you, Walker, run down your contract, knowing, remember this, Mo, that if he goes this summer, and say he gets 120 grand a week, but he doesn't get any of the signing on fee because they're going to have to pay us money, If he stays 1 more year, he gets all of that money himself and he'll get a better wage because of that. So he'll probably end up earning more money if he runs down his contract 1 last year, and then he will be able to choose himself where he goes. Nothing to do with the club.
So here is what I think. The difference, that the thing that you don't see, that him playing this year, the way he played this year, that Kyle Walker is still on top of his game. Like he is still top center back, right, or right back.
Right back.
If someone comes to him now and offers him a 3-year contract, they offer him based on the performance this year. Now, Kyle Walker next year might not play as much as this year, so he might be on the bench more. You're getting a Vardiol, you know what I mean? You might get a central midfielder.
Vardiol plays on the left, not on the right.
But that means that Kanji moves to the right side. There is other things, you know what I mean? Like he's not going to be.
I don't see that happening.
There's a reason why Kyle Walker.
I get what you're saying.
What I mean is that his value as a player in terms of a contract might go down next year. He knows that. He will be 34.
I don't think City will care. Like, on my opinion on it.
See, that's. I get what you're saying, Cass. They might not care, but I'm talking. He cares.
All right, cool. I just can't see City letting go three leaders in one window. We can talk about.
So let me give you a really good example of this. So we know how Pep does. Pep does five senior players. Yeah, prime example is bringing the trophies out on the parade. It went Kyle Walker with the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Kyle Walker brought out the FA Cup. De Bruyne brought out the Premier League, and then Gundogan brought out the biggies, the Champions League, right? So currently, what people are trying to say is that Manchester City are going to allow Mahrez, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, Laporte all leave this summer. Nah.
Yeah, I don't see it happening as well, unless you have everything lined up.
Too much seniority. No, there's too much experience. You wouldn't allow that much experience to go. I think that's the thing. I think the fact that if we do let Mahrez go tells me that one of Bernardo and Gundogan is staying. One of them at very least. Because I don't think we'd allow that much experience to walk out the door in one go. Unless there's a very... even if there's a plan, the plan's not going to bring in experience that quickly. So I can't see it happening.
Yeah, and who else is going to defend Mbappe when he comes to Man United this summer? You know, like they need somebody.
You really think you're going to get Mbappe?
Did that sound like I was confident?
Oh, true.
Yeah, true. Or according to Bilal, is Mbappe going to Arsenal, right? But yeah.
Did he say that?
Oh, no, he's just Bilal. Like we say in the last couple of streams, it's okay to
Bilalin.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I got from that tweet, Cass? Do you know what I got from that tweet? That without even thinking about it, they would drop Gabriel Jesus, that they were singing his name in the beginning of the season. They were like, they chose to keep Martinelli, they chose to keep Saka in their spot, and then give Mbappe the striker. And without even thinking about it, they're like, yeah, bun this guy, Gabriel Jesus.
Even Liverpool fans, his mum's a Liverpool fan. I'm like, yeah, but you've been telling us all year that Jude Bellingham's parents and all that support Liverpool and his family support Liverpool. I'm like, how did that turn out? He looked at one game in the Champions League final and said, yeah, bun that. I'm going to Spain. So can you blame it? This Havertz thing is really heating up though, you know.
Yeah,
I don't believe it, guys. I don't believe it.
No, you have to believe it because it's all been said. Everything is done. The personal terms that Arsenal have offered him is fine. It's just coming down to the fee. Now, for what we know, Arsenal are willing to spend up to 60 million on this guy. I don't know why they are, but they are. And now I'm seeing a lot of Edu outs. I need to know from Arsenal fans, do you want Edu out if this is the case? Because I know you're looking from David Ornstein. He has said, which I said earlier, looking for one defensive midfielder or defensive-minded midfielder and one attacking midfielder. One of them is going to be Rice, more than likely. And the other one now is looking like Havertz, which I don't understand because he's not a like for Ødegaard. Or he's definitely not one you want to put up front. But maybe he might be a false nine. Maybe you just do Jesus' job, but he just doesn't run around
as a false
Jesus does. I just don't rate him there. I don't think that's his position.
No.
What do you think, Mo?
So I think Arsenal are crazy if they pay 60 million. However, listen, there is a reason why Kai Havertz had a really, really two good seasons at the age of 19 and 20 and Bayern Leverkusen, double digits goals, and he was one of the superstars. And also there is a reason, and I said that this morning, and I said there is a reason why every single coach that came to Chelsea started this guy and counted on, even though he bummed and he was absolutely atrocious, but there has to be something they've seen there. However, 60 million is too much for this guy. And I said this morning, I Googled it. They bought him for 68 million and he stinks for 3 years. And now you want to sell him for 60 million. What is this kind of business? What this kind of
Chelsea? I'm not joking. Chelsea are laughing right now. Chelsea fans are laughing. Their board is laughing. Todd Bowley's probably looking at it thinking, yeah, that's a good deal, bro. Like, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, whatever.
Yeah, they haven't got it yet.
But the fact that they're going to recuperate most of their money that they paid for him in 2023, yeah, they're laughing all the way to the bank.
Fraser, people telling me 60 million with add-ons. Well,
it's not fake. It's not fake news. It's not fake news. It came from who did they come from yesterday? Was it Fabrizio or was it actually Ornstein? I can't remember who it was, but no. Jacob Steinberg, is that his name? Or Jacob Steinberg?
yeah.
That guy who's
I'm
always
looking it
been
up
breaking all the news lately with Declan Rice and everything. This is the same guy that's been telling you about Declan Rice, but he's saying you're willing to pay up to 60 million. When he says paying up, that could be 50 million plus 10 million in add-ons. That's what Chelsea wanted. That's what the Chelsea want.
I still too much. Still, I still think it's too much.
Yeah, I think it's too much. I think he's a 30 million player, max, because he's still got potential. You know, like he still does. He could.
I think he's a good signing for 30.
Yeah,
30, yeah. It's a gamble.
Look,
a gamble that is I'm willing to. I'm willing to.
I think if I'm being completely honest, he could be a 60 million player. He could be a 70 million player. I think he could.
Now,
yeah,
right?
but based on what we've seen over the last couple of years, he's not. But you know what, Chelsea haven't looked that good neither. But we have to be real. All of a sudden, 30 million for Havertz would be an absolute bargain.
You know what is though, Daps, right? Like we've been talking about how does Arsenal get to this next level, right? We have been, right? They were all the Arsenal fans, and I'd be in the same boat. I'd be like, we need some world-class talent now. At least one player in there. We can go and target these players now in the Champions League. You're now in the Champions League, and your board is looking at Kai Havertz. I can understand Rice because Rice has great potential to be something, and he's nearly there, and he's got prices.
Rice is just listen. Whether you rate the UEFA League Conference or not, Rice is just captain West Ham United to a European trophy, right? So he can, and we have to go back to the whole thing is you can only beat who's in front of you. Rice at his age has just captained a team that, you know, are probably in a competition that is at their level, and he's captained them to win the European trophy in that. So I think you're spot on with Rice. I think Rice will be, and he will improve Arsenal. I think Caicedo would have, but I think I can see the Caicedo 120 million sounds mad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I wouldn't be paying 120 million for Caicedo.
Sounds too much.
Caicedo, and that's the mental part. And Chelsea might be the foolish club to. No, it's not. Chelsea might be the.
If Arsenal pay 60 million.
They actually might be the foolish club to pay the 120 million for Caicedo. Not only do they have 105 million man or 95 in the centre-mid and end zone. See, if they go get Caicedo, the whole narrative changes now. Now, if they go and get a striker and they get all these sales that they want, I'm telling you now, I'm saying Pochettino must win the league. If they go spend 300 million, I'm like, you have to win a league. I'm sorry, you can't be spending that big
Win
bucks.
Win the league.
Hear me out, yeah? You just got Caicedo, yeah? He's got that bracket to be that guy. Not only that, they're looking for a second defensive midfielder, right? Then they're going to go spend big bucks on some sort of striker that we don't even know yet. Then they got to go and get another attacking mid without all these sales. I'm sorry, they're going to have a squad. You have to put... Because if this is Manchester United, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, we're all telling you now there would be pressure from rivals left, right, and centre. And it's not like I don't like Chelsea. I've actually been backing Chelsea all year, to be fair. But they can't get away with this. Not from...
No, look, I hear what you're saying, but to go from 12th to winning the league...
You know what it is, though, Daps, yeah? In the space of a year, right? In the space of a year...
City weren't about then.
In a space of a year, right?
Exactly
in a space of a year, if you are spending up to 1 billion, and yes, you might recuperate 150 million in sales or something like that along them lines, that is the definition of buying the league, whether you like it or not. Because guess what? The following year, when they don't win the league anyways, right? They're going to go spend another bucket amount of money. That's literally the definition. We spent $1 billion, 1.2 in the space of 10 years, right? You spent $1 billion in the space of 10 years, right? You know? Come on, man. You can't do this again. Everyone's got to be against Chelsea at this point. And don't get wrong, look, they got Nkunku as well.
If I speak, I will...
They got Malo Gusto, who's one of the
Please speak.
Come on, man.
It has to fail for the good of football. It has to fail for the good of football.
Mo is out here fighting for the good of football, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wallahi, man, I swear to God. If they go sign Caicedo, no, number one, let's just say, if they say Kai Havertz, someone has to go to jail from Arsenal for 60 million. Like if Chelsea gets 60 million, someone has to be jailed. However, if Chelsea spent 600 million last year net spent, and they're gonna spend again like 300 million getting the likes of Caicedo, getting a striker. We didn't count Nkunku, who is considered a summer purchase as well. It's not a winter purchase. Guys, to be honest, they have to win the league, as Cass says, or the project has to fail. However, imagine if they win the league next year. Everybody's going to say, hold on, we can do the same then. If I go and spend all that money, I might win the league. And it's going to be a benchmark. Let's spend $1 billion because it works.
Yeah.
That's my point, guys. Guys, you don't understand. My point is exactly what Cass just said. Buying the league. If it works, people are going to want to do it. And it's not good. It's not good going and paying release clause for every single player. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez, 120. Let's go and do that.
You know what? I was starting to rate Chelsea thing. I was thinking, like, look, they're looking to get rid of their players in some good price. Like, yeah, you know what? Okay, fair enough. They're getting rid of Loftus-Cheek. They're getting rid of a lot of Deadwood, and I don't think Kovacic is Deadwood. I just think he wants to leave. Yeah. Right? They're getting a lot, and then all of a sudden they make another statement signing in Caicedo, and I'm thinking, long-term project, 8-year contracts. No, man, this ain't no long-term project. It's a short-term. He's trying to win his Super Bowl, literally. Like, that's what I'm trying to get towards.
Right, boys. How many likes are we on? We haven't asked, so let's ask. How many likes are we on?
We are on 172.
Nearly 400 in here. We're only on 172. You lot have changed. You lot have changed. You used to you lot used to check your like button. You lot used to smash that like button. You lot have changed, man. Sorry, listen, I'm sorry we won the treble, everyone. But listen, you smash that like and we might get more charges. So,
and I don't understand, like you say, get Arabs, but Arabs, when you think about it, the only one that's tried to really buy a Champions League, you could say in Arab, like if you want to stereotype Arabs, is PSG, right?
Do you know what? Hold on. Let's be real. Any player that makes signings, any team that makes signings is trying to buy anything, yeah. Otherwise, they wouldn't make signings. They literally just have homegrown players. So everyone makes signings to try and win something. Everyone is trying to buy something. Yeah. It's just the narrative only fits people that spend over X amount and aren't a legacy team.
Yeah, it's just my reasoning for all of this, the 120. You say you won't sign him for 120. It's because Matt Law, your most trusted guy in the surroundings, says Tony Bloom's the Brighton owner, said that he rates Caicedo and values him at £120 million. But now there was reports that from Fabrizio and so forth that Chelsea are like quite advanced since a month ago for Caicedo.
Well, so, look, I said this in the summer. I've been saying this since the January transfer window. When Arsenal went and got Trossard, yeah, they had to accept that Brighton would then want more for Caicedo because they don't want to sell all of their players. They've now gone and lost McAllister because McAllister had a release clause. So again, they're not going to want to lose Caicedo. So it's one of those things is, if you want him, how much do you want him? If you think Caicedo is the difference, then you will pay whatever we want for him. And a prime example is Liverpool were close to winning the Premier League, yeah? They went and got Alisson and Van Dijk, and they got over the line, right? Sometimes you just need to bite the bullet and spend whatever it takes on the final piece to the jigsaw. If Arsenal think Caicedo is the final piece of the jigsaw, I'm not saying they pay 120 million because I think Brighton will end up accepting less than that. This is a we want 120. They probably would end up accepting about 90 or something, 95. But how important is he to Arsenal? Because that's the ultimately the price of any player is how important that player is to your jigsaw. If that player is the missing piece in your jigsaw, then you'll pay whatever in it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's just the way it goes.
And if
why
they
do
don't,
people want? Go ahead.
If they don't, then Brighton probably are quite confident that another team will. I'm not saying pay that, but another team will pay something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But before we move on from Chelsea, because I think there are breaking news from Man United, if I'm not mistaken, now at the moment.
It's from the Spectator Index. They're trying to say...
yeah, Cass isn't happy, I can tell. Mo's face looks, this is awkward.
No. It says Man United sale is now being negotiated exclusively with the Qatari, so it's not getting negotiated.
That's a positive.
Yeah, so that means Reuters is turned to be correct.
Well, the spectator index, I don't know much about them. They got 2.4 million followers, don't follow nobody, and they just report news from around the globe. I'll probably wait for Reuters now or somebody like that, or somebody else to kind of confirm that. They wrote it about 13 minutes ago, so I'm kind of...
Sounds like everyone's just regurgitating the same news pretty much.
Maybe, or maybe they worded it differently. So, well, it's
no,
all
that's
heading
15 minutes ago. 15, right? Yeah.
Yeah, about 15 minutes ago. Spectator
I mean,
index.
Fabrizio usually loves to tap him around this time, doesn't he?
He's definitely gonna copy this tweet.
Fabrizio, in the next 5 minutes, someone in the comments is going to put Fabrizio just tweeted.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And we're going to get this theme with us doing these 10 o'clock shows most nights. We get this theme that at round about 5 to 11 most evenings, Fabrizio's going to get a tap in somewhere.
Yeah, probably somewhere. Tap in merchant. Love to see it. But yeah, man, I wouldn't look into the news index or whatever. So it's what
other news is there? What other news is there today?
Other than Soups bringing up the Qatar flag. Big up Soups.
One bit of news is that Ruben Diaz doesn't usually drink. He had a drink to celebrate the treble, and after 2 shots, threw up in Jack Grealish's mum's handbag, apparently.
Oh wow! Well, we got to talk about
bit of news from City. There we go.
Is this true?
That's what Edison said. Yeah, Edison
PSG have expressed a strong interest in Marcus Rashford, and a swap deal involving Rashford and Mbappe is not impossible, but it remains very unlikely.
You said it.
United are confident that Rashford will agree on new terms. This is Chris Wheeler.
Chris Wheeler?
Yeah, is that?
I'm telling you, yeah, he's quite a good Man United journalist, to be fair.
He said it's unlikely. It said unlikely. So and either United are confident that Rashford will agree a new deal. It's not, but it's not impossible. So it's unlikely, but it's not impossible.
Well, dream the impossible dream. I might go to the moon soon.
That sounds like recycled journalism to get a bit of clicks, because you probably haven't said any news in a while. I'm kind of surprised it's come from Chris Wheeler. The fact that he pretty works for the Sun, I'm not surprised, but yeah, no, it's not. Of course, it's not impossible.
Okay, so a really good Italian journalist he's Nicolo Shira. He said Bayern Munich have offered Kim Min Jae a salary of 7.5 million a year. Man United are not out of the race as now, but the number is there. That means Man United can just compete with that number. Yeah, it's as simple as the number is there, and you can pay more than Bayern Munich.
Oh, so what? Bayern Munich only trying to offer him
7.5 million a year. Yeah.
Yeah, we was willing to offer him 9 million.
Okay, that's
apparently. But yeah, man, that Chris Wheeler thing is all bullshit. Should we talk about the Premier League fixtures?
Oh yeah. I haven't even looked at him, you know.
So surprise, Burnley are playing Man City at the start of the season on a Friday. So Company versus Pep. You know, last time they met was at Man City. Last time they met was it not Man City?
Yeah. The last time it was in the FA Cup, won it at Man City.
Reality check, Vinny. Reality check, Vinny.
This one's at Burnley. So it'll be in between the Community Shield and I believe the Super Cup. So
the European Super Cup.
Yeah. I believe that's on the 15th of August, I think. So Friday night, which makes sense why it'd be on the Friday night. Then we'll probably play the Super Cup on like the Tuesday or something like that, Mo. Would it be? Don't know.
Yeah, of course. You're gonna play like is the Community Shield on a weekend, not midweek?
Now, Community Shield's usually on a Sunday.
It was the Sunday before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I think the tasty one was Liverpool, or is it Chelsea Liverpool or Liverpool Chelsea?
Hold on, Burnley is really next to Manchester. I had
it's just North Manchester. Yeah, Steve. No, she's on.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. So Burnley's got Manchester City. Sheffield United got Crystal Palace. This is that's the following day on a Saturday. Brighton have got Luton Town at Brighton. Newcastle's got Aston Villa, which is going to be very interesting. That's the 5:30 kickoff. Then Arsenal's got Nottingham Forest.
At home,
Bournemouth have got West Ham. Everton, Fulham. Brentford have got Tottenham. Battle of the mid-table.
Sorry, yeah. Wednesday the 16th is the Super Cup.
Yeah, Chelsea have got Liverpool at 4:30 as the Super Sunday at Chelsea, and then
one's a good one.
Man United versus Wolves on a Monday night.
So number one, I'm gonna raise my hand and say, I have no idea how Burnley play football. All I know is that people say they play expressive football. I haven't watched one game of them, Luton, or whoever got in the Premier League.
Who've Luton got? Luton away, right?
Luton are away to
Brighton.
But Luton are only away for one game only.
And Sheffield United. I haven't watched the game for Sheffield United. How good are they? Does anybody here watch the Championship?
So Sheffield United had 2 City players, didn't they?
Yeah, they had
McAtee. And actually, that's a bit of news. And apparently Pep said that he's keen on McAtee coming back and being around De Bruyne and all the boys. So we'll see there. The other one is Cole Palmer as well. Cole Palmer's being
we
he wants or City are looking at a loan move out to a German team potentially. But yeah, it's interesting because I guess they're the teams we want to see. I don't think Luton are going to be in the mixer for too many players, but Burnley and Sheffield United, what players they bring in, I can imagine they're going to be trying to do some shrewd deals for some young players on loans and the likes of that.
Yeah,
I'm looking. I think the Chelsea Liverpool game will be a good game.
Yeah, of course it would. No, you know what? Last time out, it was the most boring game I've ever seen. So hopefully it's a bit different. Soups is here saying it's Fabrizio tap-in season. Of course, it's his favorite time, man. Favorite time of the year. Well, I think he's more alive in July. And Tyree said Mbappe to MCFC, could see him right wing. Big respect, Daps.
Big respect back your way. I just can't. You know what? I think Cass, was it me and you yesterday off air was speaking about Mbappe, and I was just saying I just don't. There's nothing about Mbappe that I can see as a City player. Just can't see it at all. Can't see it.
But Mbappe and Haaland on one team, spicy.
That's very spicy. But I just can't. There's another reason I can't see it. I just can't see it.
No, he doesn't
because of Pep or because of Man City.
Multiple reasons. I said there's not one thing that makes me think Mbappe and City.
So what if you have a different manager? Would you like someone that is not as no, like in 2 years, would you have Mbappe and Haaland on the same team?
I don't think it would work.
It wouldn't. I don't think you would have to change formation for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think it would work because you've got 2 wingers.
It's too FIFA vibes.
The whole point
is too FIFA vibes for me.
Yeah, the whole point
is on the left, Haaland up top, and you get somebody else on the right side.
You have to change up the system again. The system you currently plays.
The more you say it, the more there's not a chance it's going to happen under Pep. that style of football just is not happening under Pep ever.
Pep would probably have to go along probably more for a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 with 2 attacking mids and then put out wide. Resort back to the Sane, the Sterling on the left and then on the right type thing. Yeah. But then if you lose, it will be again. If you lose on Bernardo, and that you still got KDB, Bowden might go in the middle. It can work. Of course, it can work.
I would imagine through the summer, you're going to see Foden playing in the middle again. In any friendlies Foden plays in, I would imagine you'll see him playing in a deeper, more central role.
Like Kevin De Bruyne's place behind the forward.
Yeah, that's where De Bruyne's future lies now.
I think the truth is when De Bruyne leaves, I've been asked this before, who would be the De Bruyne replacement? And quite simply is there's no one. The way we play will have to change slightly when De Bruyne leaves because there's no one for me in world football at the moment that plays like De Bruyne. Sometimes players just can't be replaced, and you have to. Does Haaland play like Aguero? No, we had to change the way we play. So I think. I can't imagine. Come on, you know what I'm saying. Foden does not play football like De Bruyne does.
Of course not.
Might in the future, maybe, but I mean, I think Foden right now is still way too direct, way too pacey. He's a completely different player to De Bruyne. But
yeah,
I do think in this summer, you'll see Foden playing centrally again. I think Foden played quite well against Inter.
Can I ask you guys something about Burnley, please? Do you guys see, based on the people that talk and how people talk about Burnley, do you guys see Burnley doing a De Zerbi Brighton?
I think there'll be a team to definitely look out for, but it'll be a test to how good Vincent Kompany really is.
You can't. The thing with Brighton is, Mo, is that
Yeah,
away from De Zerbi, their recruitment is so on job that it's not just a case of can Vinny play football like De Zerbi, can Vinny coach players like De Zerbi, but more importantly, can the club do recruitment like Burnley, like Brighton? And we haven't seen that yet, have we?
I don't know anything about Burnley, to be honest. I don't watch the Championship, so I don't know. I'm just asking because people have been saying that he plays very position-based football, progressive, direct. So I don't know anything.
But you've got to get the players in there as well. It's not as simple as just play that football. Brighton have been very, very good with their recruitment. Look, if Burnley get the recruitment to the level that Brighton have got it at, who knows? They could, they could be in Europe next season. But I can't see. I
think Foden's going to end up taking Bernardo's role if he is to leave.
Yeah.
Only one that can really do it
this year, right? This year,
next year,
not in the future.
No,
not in the future. That's the coming year until they get a right winger. Because again, we saw in the Champions League, I was more scared when Foden is so fluid. He's direct, but he's very fluid on the pitch that he has to be a free soul on the pitch. Like Kevin De Bruyne.
Like,
he has
like Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is a free. Bernardo
what
Silva
I mean, when Bernardo Silva plays on the right.
Bernardo Silva plays that role. Now, Bernardo Silva plays the free role more than De Bruyne does.
Does he?
Yeah,
I don't see it.
Lately,
no. But I see your point. What I mean, Bernardo still holds that right side, comes from the right side, holds the line.
Sometimes.
Lately,
you're right.
Yes,
actually, lately you're right. Before,
but I get your point.
Yeah.
I get your point. When he was a midfielder, Bernardo was very fluid. Yes,
but even if you look back to and also on the ball, he's far more fluid on the ball. He makes those runs a bit more like Foden does. I think also you got to remember that there's two players that last season and the season before we had Haaland that, in fact, three players that Pep would play in the false nine. One was De Bruyne, one was Bernardo Silva, and one was Foden. So I do think if we're not going to go out and get, a pass master like De Bruyne that can just an assist monster, I think it will be a change of the way we play. And I think, there's probably going to be Foden, but we don't know. Look, that's the beauty of this transfer window. I have no idea. I have got no inside information or anything. And I'm quite excited to see who we do end up getting. So.
Yeah. Ghana Luke says, big respect to you guys and the channel. Have you guys heard anything of Alphonso Davies leaving Bayern? Funny thing you say that, Luke. So I know Alphonso Davies, the agent, what I read up is that he's been flirting with Real Madrid and they might need a left back considering they've been playing Camavinga there over Mendy. So they probably need to get rid of Mendy first.
And I saw a super team over there, isn't they? Jesus.
I saw something else that the guy is unhappy playing fullback. Does he see himself as a winger or something?
Wing back. He wants to play hard on the pitch.
Maybe get you.
He doesn't want to defend.
Get yourself to Inter Milan then maybe. But then you say that though. But Tuchel plays with wing backs.
Three in the back. No. Yeah. So Tuchel. This is why I think Alphonso Davies stays. Tuchel, if he gets Kim Min Jae, he's gonna play three in the back. He's gonna play De Ligt. He's gonna play what's the guy's name? I keep forgetting the French guy.
He's not a winger. He's garbage in the wing. He's too stiff.
No, the Bozo guy, the center back. Upamecano. Now Sule is now in Dortmund and Kim Min Jae, and he's gonna have two wing backs. It's gonna be Alphonso Davies as a wing back. So,
but apparently, what Davies said he wants to play right wing. What on earth that makes him think he can play right wing? He's not gonna play at elite level at right wing. He needs to get a reality check, man. That's a reality check.
I think he's the most valuable left back in the world at the moment. Do we say that?
Definitely got the minerals to be the best left back in the world right now. But I don't think he's had a great season. I don't even know if he's even featured.
He was on the bench. He was on the bench.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's crazy. Like Alphonso Davies, you think he's a right wing, man, then you're just doing what Leroy Sané thinks, him thinking he's a right winger, because Leroy Sané is a left winger. Nothing more than that. On the right,
But the problem is, this is something that Pep, if you remember with Pep would never play that left back that we signed from Monaco and Leroy Sané together.
Davies is not a winger.
Huh?
Davies is
no, but you can't play. But you also can't play a wing back with Sané.
Yeah, because
they both hold the width. They both hold the width way too much.
Sané's a width type player, yeah. But he's been playing on the right hand side. I can't see it. It's just no, forget it, man. Davies, if you think he's the right winger, man, you might as well go play Bundesliga 2 maybe or something like that.
PSG.
Yeah, man, you might get some fortunate experience there.
You might win a league, and that's about it.
Who do you reckon might be one of the surprises of the season?
What teams?
In which league at least?
Premier League. Don't care about anything else.
That's a good question, you know.
In CISO.
No, I didn't say what player.
He said team. That's a really good question, you know. What? Villa?
Brighton.
Would it be a surprise with Brighton now, though?
They're gonna, if they make top 4 or top 5.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to see how they replace them. I know we know that recruitment is great, but it doesn't mean they're always gonna have the most quality of player that has to be also in Europe.
I'll tell you one thing: if Tottenham do well, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I got a feeling Tottenham might be that guy. Might be that team potentially.
Don't know. It's mad because now it's got.
You're flirting with Spurs fans.
Hold on. If Chelsea do well, is that a surprise?
No.
But what I'm trying to say is that now we've got to a point. The reason why I said that is that we've now made the number of teams in the Premier League good to the point where you would standardly go City, United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea will be the good players. Anyone else will be a surprise. But now we're saying, well, Brighton might not be a surprise, right? So there's now 8. Newcastle might not be a surprise now. So now there's 9. Do you know what I mean? That all of a sudden we're having to delve into mid-table teams, whereas before you could pick like a 7th or 8th team and say they'll surprise us this season. Whereas now we're going to have to go to what we're going to say, like Crystal Palace might.
Yeah, I think Crystal Palace could be, but they just don't want to resolve a lot of their issues at the moment. Not my surprise. I think one of the surprises, Wolves getting relegated is going to be the surprise.
This is inevitable. Wolves getting relegated this year. This is the right.
Will Everton still be in a relegation battle?
I feel like they're going to end up getting rid of their manager. Have they got any transfer business done?
No, I think because I think, you know what, this is the thing. I think Everton pull clear of the relegation battle this season. I don't know if you saw what Dicey said when on the last day of the season, but what he said was spot on. He said, this cannot happen again. I know the issues. I've been living it. Trust me. And we need to do what needs to be done this summer to make sure that we are not in a relegation battle again next season. He's going to have them playing shithouse, old school Burnley football, but they're not going to be in a relegation battle. The fact that Dyche said, I know exactly what is needed at this club to make sure we're not in a relegation battle again. He's thinking, no. And that's why, Cass, when you said to me, Harry Maguire, Everton, it makes sense. Dyche would get him defending.
Dude, we're going to go back to this brand of football that we hated from Burnley.
I'm not here for it, but it doesn't influence me that much. But that's what Dyche does. And he'll probably will have them playing shithouse football, but they'll pull clear of the relegation zone next season.
I see Forest getting relegated. I think
Brentford are going to struggle next year.
Without Ivan Toney.
Brentford?
Yeah, without Ivan Toney, that's a massive loss. You're taking away 20-odd goals.
We said that last year and they didn't. We literally said that last year. All of us said that they might struggle.
No, but they had Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney got better this year as well.
Yeah.
I think Buemo is going to get better this year.
Yeah.
Remember, Buemo is 22 years old.
It's fake. He's 23, I think, but that's fake. He's like 32, man. He's 32, man.
But let me ask a hypothetical question. If Man City is in there next year, would Newcastle challenge for the league against Arsenal, Man United, the likes of Liverpool?
It's too early. Not enough depth in their team to be doing it. They're in Champions League as well. This is going to be their first rodeo.
So you think if someone is going to challenge City, the other teams are better equipped to challenge City than Newcastle?
No, I thought Arsenal were going to challenge them again. But
at the moment, Arsenal and Liverpool are both Arsenal and Liverpool right now for me.
I don't think Liverpool
Liverpool now. with only McAllister.
All right. If we're doing that again, but I don't believe they're going to end the window with only McAllister.
Yeah, true. That's why we're gonna.
So I hear what you're
We believe
saying.
Newcastle will strengthen as well with good players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We don't even know who they're gonna get. Who are they actually? I know they're linked with Madison, and I know I'm pretty sure Tottenham's manager's got the same agent as James Madison as well. There's a little pool there somewhere. Tottenham really want this guy. Clearly, they have made a bid.
Apparently, they offered 50 million for Madison and Barnes.
Crazy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Oh, they denied it, as they denied that Nagelsmann rejected them.
Levy is an absolute shithouse.
Actually, you know what? I can't see Liverpool actually doing it now. I forgot. They're doing Europa. They're doing Thursday, Sunday, and I just don't think even with 2 extra midfielders, they still don't have the depth.
50 million for Madison and Harvey Barnes. That is so Tottenham.
Yeah. I think Tottenham's going to surprise people. I think they're going to play some decent football. I mean, it's not going to be the greatest, but we all expect Spurs to be in and around 8th or 10th, probably.
Yeah.
They still, I think they still.
But you reckon they're going to be higher than that, higher than 8th?
They're going to be playing. They're going to. Yeah, I think they're going to be the surprise. It's the easy one to laugh at, and it's always the ones that easy to laugh at that always surprise us.
Look at Arsenal last season.
Do we see Fulham do we see Fulham going down again, like in terms the relegation battle and stuff?
Nah. They do this 4-4-2 thing. That's the new in thing, man. Again, so I think they're onto something before any other team clock it. I'll be honest.
You're saying Fulham are moving edgy?
Yeah, man. It's just. I feel like they're just going to get better players. I think they could literally solidify themselves.
Fulham are like Shoreditch 8 years ago.
Yeah, they don't. You know what? They exceeded expectations for this year.
Yeah, we have to remember. Look, they got. I think if you're Burnley or you're Sheffield United, you're looking at what Fulham did this season with their first season back in the Premier League, and you are saying that's the type of standards we need to be setting. That if Burnley or Sheffield United can have a season like Fulham did, they'd be over the moon for me. Because I think Fulham.
Did you guys go ahead? Finish.
No, go on. No, go on.
No, go ahead. It's a completely different thing.
No, it's fine. We're done with that anyway. What have you seen? It's probably far
more interesting. You guys
see
the second game after the Super Cup. You play Newcastle, Daps, and Man United play Spurs away. So,
well, we played Newcastle early doors last year. I don't. To be honest with you, like I've already seen, we've got United in October at Old Trafford. Then we've got United in March. I've said to a few people, I'm sorry if I'm coming across arrogant, but we've just done the treble, so I will do. I'll speak to everyone in March, innit? Like, I know what's going to happen. I know everyone's going to say City started badly. They don't look the same.
So we shouldn't talk about City until March.
No, bro, it doesn't matter what I say. Everyone will say it. It doesn't matter how many times we start the season badly. People will still say City don't look like the same team. And I'll be here again saying, but you're comparing the back end of last season with the beginning of this season like you do every single season. No, but this time you look different. Okay, no problem. So like I said, you're going to talk to us anyway. Listen, we do on Never a Foul do 2 shows a day. I'm going to hear it non-stop. I'm not going to stop no one from saying it. I'm just saying, see you in March.
Yeah. Chloe, big up to Chloe. She's saying we have to wish Spurs mess up for Expressions Entertainment.
It would be. Do you know what though? It would be nice to see Spurs on absolute fire. To see the. These are the type of things you need to see. You need to see these personalities, get ahead of themselves between August and January, because then it makes their demise from January till May just far more entertaining.
Can I put another surprise in there? I said it before and I'll say it again. I think City don't win the league. I think they finish 3rd next year.
Okay.
I think they do. I think they're gonna do.
I'm never saying that again.
Wait. I think they actually get to the final again next year, Champions League.
Let me just say, I want the 4P.
Do you think they retain the Champions League?
I want the 4P. I want the 4P more than I want the Champions League, and I'll say that right now. Yeah,
you're not getting a 4P for after Bernardo and Gundo leave. Not for me, anyways.
Okay.
But Mara's leaving. I don't think it can happen. I think it'll be very hard. I think you can definitely do some cups again. Maybe Carabao.
Trebles pretty hard as well, mate.
I know, but the fact it's going through to there, I know that. but you're not got the same to do it with the same team that's on the treble and to go
No,
again.
here you, Cass, you also said that United were back and that, you know.
It's no, but you're going on like I'm not having a dig at you. I just think when you lose,
you're not having a dig at me, and I'm just using facts back to you. You said a lot last year, and you know.
Yeah, I know, but everyone said a lot of stuff this year.
Dion soon come, innit?
Yeah, but look, he's getting defensive because I said.
Damn you, Arsenal Football Club!
Dion soon
people down.
I still think currently, even if they do get Rice and Havertz, and I think they're going to spend some more. I think currently, I can't say currently. I think when the window does end, I think City are going to definitely be having a, I think they're still going to, I don't think it's just good. It's Gundo and Bernardo. You know how good they are to replace. This is my logic.
Oh, I do.
It's so good.
Can we talk about Rodri?
Yeah, I know, but it's not about Rodri and all this. Or is that the song thing?
Yeah, let's not talk about Rodri.
To replace a talent like Bernardo and a talent like Gundo, you're going to have to wait.
Imagine trying to replace David Silva and Yaya Toure and Vincent Kompany and Sergio Aguero.
I know the way it goes.
Imagine trying to do that. Must be hard, man.
There is only one person that is irreplaceable. It's Pep Guardiola.
I know, man. I know that, but we can't always base stuff down to a manager all the time.
We tried before, Cass. We tried. It doesn't work.
This is two
things. Cass, it was come to an end, didn't it?
One sec. They keep Calvin Phillips. Yeah, cool, whatever. That's whatever. He's probably going to get a little bit better anyways. You can't get any worse than that.
I hope you're right, Cass. Wallahi.
To replace maybe Gundo as the obvious choice, which I think maybe, or whether it's Bernardo or whatever, as Kovacic, who's not a goal scorer, you're losing out on a few things. You're losing out on a lot. Kovacic is a great tempo setter, but what do we always say when we shut down City through Haaland? What have we seen in the last few games when we have shut down Haaland? Or what have you seen, right? It's the goals.
Them winning the game 1-0, bro. No, it's a 2-1. It's okay.
Stop being scared. You say you're being scared of Daps or something like that. It's response, bro.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not scared.
I'm being realistic, bro.
Cass, you're talking about facts. He's actually been. When you talk about facts, you have to be realistic, and you have to look at the last however many seasons.
I've just done it realistic.
Come on, Igal, fix up, man.
No. You lose out on Gundo. You lose out on Gundo. You lose out on a big part of your goals.
You watch him when he's talking. You can see him trying. You can see him trying to piece together how possibly we might drop off. He's like,
can you
we might be on something.
Other than KDB, and I think Foden is obviously going to be great, right?
Alvarez.
Just because I said they're going to finish third doesn't mean I don't think they're going to go for the league. Of course they are. I just said I don't think they're going to win the league. I think
Alvarez second season though.
Yeah, but
let me tell you why I think it's I think if Arsenal get Caicedo and Rice, they get and a striker, they get competitive. However, Foden has not been a big part of this year. End of the season, he hasn't. He was injured, right? And we have watched Foden when he's fit. He's unplayable, to be honest. This is a more mature Foden now, a triple Foden, right? We have watched, what's his name? Alvarez come off the bench. Imagine if Alvarez get molded in the summer and gets played right winger or something. Get played right winger. And now Foden is in the middle. Imagine Jack Grealish. As much as I don't like the guy, with all this weight lifted off his shoulder now. Jack Grealish has nothing to prove anymore. It's done. We won the treble.
And then I think the key to
I get
all
what
of
you're
that,
saying, Cass. Let me finish that. I get what you're saying, Cass. However, I have sat many times doubting Pep Guardiola in my life. It's time at Barcelona, time at Bayern. Yeah, he didn't win the Champions League, but now there is even less pressure on them next year, Cass.
Yeah,
so
and that's the other thing.
Other teams. Other teams, Cass, have to do better. Other teams have to do better, Cass.
Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, yeah, and I do hear it, but it's not like City haven't faced obstacles before, and this is a thing that with any other club, like, and here's the thing, that when you're saying facts and this and that, but the facts of the matter is, no, you were saying you literally said I'm just talking facts. They were your exact words. The one fact is that whenever things have looked like, oh, you know what, this might be the season to get City, the real fact, the biggest fact is that Pep will somehow find a way for whatever play he has, to all of a sudden play in a different way that no one ever saw. And it worked, And let's be real. Right now, we're talking about Gundogan, Bernardo, Mahrez, whoever else going. and we're currently not really saying who's replacing them. That's not going to happen either. So I just think I get what you're saying, but the one key factor in this is Pep Guardiola and that he will make it work. And if you're saying no, I don't think he will, you're doubting Pep.
Yeah, I am. No, it's not I'm doubting Pep. I'm doubting your squad. I'm just saying again, and I'll repeat again. But if you want Kovacic to be a star or a guy that's going to mix and match, I don't know what other guys you're really linked with at this current moment of time. What we do know is Gundo's got a choice, whether he stays or not, and I think he's probably going to go. And Bernardo Silva is going to go.
And will we replace them, Cass? And
when you do replace them, you don't know how long it's going to take for the new replacement to come in that's going to adjust. Has anyone put any factors there? Don't do that.
I mean, like, it took Haaland ages to adjust.
It's been a long time.
So you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Let me just finish, bro, without always the butting in, bro. Every single time. Kovacic is not Bernardo. But Kovacic is not Gundo. And yes, they will go get another centre mid, but you're looking towards Rice. Whatever reason they are, they're looking at a different type of...
It was come to an end. You're right.
It's not about an era coming to an end. I just think Pep Guardiola knows he's going to have to build for the future for when he does end up leaving. Whether it's now.
Hold on. Bro,
it's Pep. I'm not rattled, bro.
Hold on. So do you actually think that now all Pep is doing is... Hold on, Cass. Do you think Pep is staying at City just to build for when he leaves? You don't think Pep's looking at other things and thinking his head's gone because he's rattled?
Why?
So, fuck knows.
We're discussing back and forth.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's his decision. If he wants to do that, that's on him. But ultimately, what I was going to say is, like, is Pep there? Pep has not stayed to go, I'm going to build for 2 years' time. Pep has stayed because he's going to want to achieve something else next season. Whether it be the 4-peat, whether it be retaining the Champions League, I don't know what it is. But he's staying for a reason. So
you guys didn't let me finish. So I get what Cass is saying, that they're going to be slower to maybe get everybody integrated, as I thought Man City were slow this year to get everybody integrated with Haaland. You were scoring goals, but you weren't the same team as before. However, I think if other teams don't strengthen like with a big margin, like Arsenal get 2 midfielders, get a striker, and maybe they will create separation, like 8 points, like what Arsenal. But what did Arsenal do? Arsenal didn't have the depth or the experience or the mental capacity to keep that 8 points until the end of the season. So unless I see a team that is strengthened really good, that they will have the mental capacity to keep the distance if City slip up in the beginning of the season and there is a separation happen, right? I am not going to sit here and say City will not catch up at the end of the season. I need a team to be strong enough to create a separation and keep that separation comes the business end of the season when City start winning 11 to 15 games in a row.
And if you had to pick one team, if you had to, because there's one thing you said there that was valid, whoever that team is has to strengthen right now, yeah? I think there's one team that, for me, overall, because if I'm looking, right, there's 2 teams for me that could do it. Both of them need to strengthen. The difference between them is one of them knows how to do it, the other one doesn't. And that's Arsenal and Liverpool. I think if Liverpool strengthen with the players they have, Van Dijk, Alisson, Klopp, Salah, Henderson's still there as a captain, to be fair. Trent, Robertson. There's a lot of players there that know how to do it. If they strengthen, I think Liverpool could be the one that do it. I still think if Arsenal strengthen, ultimately, they're not strengthening with players that have done it before. They're strengthening with players that are good players. Okay, if you don't think that.
It doesn't matter because I'm going to take a simple question. I'll take your line again and watch you dismiss this. It takes one to lose one, right? They went 93% in the season. Yes, unfortunately, they got Saliba injured, their main centre-back, because if he didn't get injured, that Rob Holding mess and everything else around it would be a different story. Okay. It would be. It takes one to lose one, right? So why can't they go and do it?
I don't think they will. I think Liverpool could. I don't think Arsenal could. I don't think Arsenal have got the bottle. They haven't got anyone. I've said it. They need a couple of actual winners in there that have got experience.
And they will, to be fair. They will.
Rice. Declan Rice.
No, league, bro. 38 games. League is so different to
anyways, so let me, you know it is, bro. That's what you're saying. What you're saying is invalid because Liverpool, before they won the league, they lost one to win one. So it's exactly that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Exactly. Look, for me, I'm just saying very clearly that I think Liverpool could do it. I think Liverpool have the players. Liverpool have the know-how. Arsenal, for me, they
So what
need
do
one or
Arsenal
two
need,
players.
guys? Both of you, what do Arsenal need to win?
Gundogan would be spot on, but they won't get him. That type of player that has Premier League. Look, we all know cup competitions and league are so different. Being able to go those last 10,
They do have
12
a couple
games
players that know how to do it though. They got
Jesus, Zinchenko.
What leaders, yeah?
Yeah, they do know they do have some leaders in there, and they'll get.
Cas, you know that. And this is Cas pre-season. Cas, the minute you get on a rivalry with an Arsenal fan, you'll be completely different.
It's not that. Saka's going to only get better. Gabriel Martinelli, because we keep talking about, we all keep talking about these other players getting better.
They haven't done it yet, though.
No, but it doesn't matter. A lot of teams didn't do it.
They have to do it once, Daps. There has to be the first time, Daps. There has to be first timer for that.
Also,
I just don't think, if they get the right players, maybe, but I don't think at the moment they've got.
Who are the right players? Can someone?
I just said Gundogan would be a perfect one.
Okay.
Yeah,
if they don't, so what you're saying, Daps, is if they don't get Gundogan, they have no chance.
No, hold on. I'm not in recruitment. You're asking me to list names. That's not my job, bro. You're asking my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. You now want me to become a member of a recruitment team. That's not my job, right? I've given an example. You want more examples? Give me a couple of days. I'll come back with more. But
so if they get Rice and Caicedo, you don't think they're gonna be better than last year?
Yeah. But 100%, bro.
Okay, that's my point.
But
that's my point.
But I still don't think, I think, look, what I said is, I think Liverpool of the two are far more likely to be able to push City than Arsenal. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Listen, everyone told me I was wrong until February, March time, Was I wrong? No, I wasn't. So I'm going to be arrogant with it.
You can be arrogant with it because you can be arrogant with it, but then that's when it's the time when you think you're all the way up there. Sometimes you need a reality check at some point, and that might be the case. And that's what I'm saying. When you're so far up there,
it has come to an end.
When there's a peak, there's sometimes a fall, and even you can look towards
you
back
can
in the
past.
past.
You can keep dreaming.
You can talk. Please let me
all season this year.
Anyways, I'm going to speak. I'm going to continue speaking. Like Man United's Fergie's.
You're
when
not going to strop,
right? No, I didn't strop. I literally just muted myself and came off camera rather than screaming and saying whoa, and all this kind of stuff. No, it wasn't, because you kept talking over me before I could land my point.
Well, I'll carry on.
So, anyways, when we can look towards the past, right? We can talk towards Fergie. Every time there was a three-peat, there was a drop-off. Yes, you need to go again, but there was always a drop-off, because when you hit that peak and you've done it and you've literally gone right to the very end, there's a drop-off. Yeah. And bear in mind, every time, even over the double, there's a drop-off. No matter what happens, there's always some sort of drop-off. And I'm not saying
not after doubles always, otherwise you wouldn't have done a three-peat.
Yeah, no, we done the three-peat and then we done the double and all that kind of stuff.
No, you did a double before you did a three-peat. You have to do a double. You have to do a double before you do a three-peat.
Well, of course we done doubles.
Yeah, there we go. So there wasn't always a drop-off after doubles.
I'm talking about Champions League and Premier League doubles, not, domestically. So anyways, along those lines, you say you take one to do one, whatever, blah, 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 to get a trophy. Now we have to remember, with Arsenal, they're not in the Europa League no more. They got the Wednesday and Tuesdays through the Sundays. So that's another benefit factor for them. I think Saka's going to get better. I think Martinelli's going to get better.
We all think they both
they scored 80 odd goals and they're only a few behind Man City, right? Even without a striker, and they didn't have no Jesus for 4 months. So I don't think they need that. I think they will still score roughly around the same amount. Yes, they probably need to improve that part. I just think Saliba, again, just going to get that little bit better, right? Just like any other player, going to get that little bit better, more than likely anyways, because they're in that sort of system. That's why I'm bigging up Arsenal's thing.
So you think Liverpool, Arsenal will keep their bottle this year?
No, I think Arsenal could do it this year. They can do it if they get the players they require.
Hold on. If we're doing could, yeah, they could.
Yeah, but no one knows who's going to do it. Of course not.
De Jong could join you this summer.
Why I say Liverpool are not going to compete for the title? Nowhere near a chance. Their players again, like they're so-called spine or great players. Yes, they're getting a little bit older, and yes, they're going to need more depth. And also, no one's ever been in Europa League and won the Prem while they're in Europa League, because it's hard, bro. Unless you come out early, maybe it's hard, bro. The energy levels are going to just deplete that little bit more. And I think that's evident.
So your favourites, by the sound of this show, your favourites are Arsenal.
I think they're going to be as much as you, man, are going to be hungry. I think their man are going to be.
No. Less words. Your favourites are Arsenal.
Currently, at this moment of time, it's a bit hard.
Less words. Are your favourites Arsenal?
Hard to predict. I think they will go and do it. Yeah, more than you guys, as it currently stands.
Hell. Are your favourites Arsenal?
Currently, as it stands.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Because you can change,
Okay.
Unless you, of course, look, you can go and get a Barella and you can go get another bad boy and all that, and then
Or
it's
you
another.
can take Caicedo off their hands, and now Arsenal are out of
That's
the
what I
picture.
was saying. That it started off that you were listing everyone that's leaving City and going, and we're just getting Kovacic to the end.
But I'm only going. I said as it stands. Why I say as it stands? It's not
So
obviously.
as it stands, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva stay.
But as it stands, they're leaving for me. By the way,
For you.
me,
Well,
yes.
as it stands, we're signing Neymar and Mbappe and a partridge in a pear tree.
No,
that's
but
what we're doing.
more realistic signings and more realistic goings at the moment.
But Cass, if we're going to be realistic, let's be realistic, completely realistic. Being realistic, yes, one of Gundogan and Bernardo definitely leaves, possibly both of them. Mahrez leaves. Right. If we're going to be being realistic by saying those three leave, Manchester City are going to buy at least 2 replacements, yeah?
Probably more than likely, but I don't know who they are yet. So that's why I say as it stands.
There we go. So if we're going to be completely realistic, you have to take all of that into and not just go, you're getting rid of all these players and only getting Kovacic.
I have taken that, and realistically, you're getting Kovacic.
Oh, so we're getting rid of 3 and getting 1 back. That's
look. I know a lot. I know you don't want to hear it as obviously with being a City fan in this.
I'm used to hearing it every single summer.
I know. I didn't say that you're not going to compete for the league. I just think
we're going to win it.
I think there's going to be yeah. That's what you think as well. And that's because you keep doing the league, and that's understandable. But I just feel like sometimes I think you've hit your peak. I really do believe so.
Oh, well, you're probably right. It's pretty hard
and when your peak goes, doesn't mean you're going to peak and go all the way down. That's Manchester United for you. That's what.
Cass, I get it. You're just being optimistic, Cass.
I just think I just believe that you just drop a little bit before you go again. That's it. And
we're going to drop by getting rid of 3 players and only getting 1 in.
I just think it's going to be too hard to replace the players that you've got that's embedded into your team, and that is a lot of that. They're not just any sort of players. It's not just like a Calvin Phillips and a few other players and just one major star goal. We're talking about 3. And I know you'd say David Silva and everything, but Gundo, Bernardo, and the way you play and everything, your system is so unique. To get another couple unique players that can do what they do is going to be. I feel
David Silva was part of the Centurions, bro. That was pretty unique.
Yeah, no, but the way you replace players over time is a bit different. The way you done things, getting rid of 3 stars in literally one window is crazy. It was David Silva, and then it was Fernandinho, and then it was another. Do you know what I mean? This could be a thing where I feel like it might be. Of course,
I get it. The optimistic Q is hoping for it. I get it. Every season, I get it.
Of course, more.
No, you're right to. You're right to. As a United fan, you should be doing that. You're doing everything as a United fan. You should be doing. You're doing United correctly.
Yeah, but this is the game of pre-season. Things can change. Look our predictions for it.
It's fine. It's fine. Listen, when we do our predictions, we got it here, live and direct. Cass is backing Arsenal to win the league this season. I get it. It's fine. That's entitled to your opinion. Where are United finishing, actually?
As it stands for me, 4th.
Newcastle?
Depending on what signings they get, I believe Newcastle will end up 5th because they got another competition to be in.
So, the other team in the top 4?
Yeah, I believe they'll Liverpool or Chelsea. I don't know which one, but I think Liverpool would. Yeah, I think Liverpool could do it.
I think Liverpool. I'd see. That's a hard one, you know. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City are all nailed on top 4.
Oh, we said that last.
I think Newcastle adding an extra competition. You know why I say with Newcastle? Because we saw them when they had to go through a few games midweek, and at the end of the week, midweek, they dropped off massively. That's why I say Newcastle. If they're going to be in the Champions League and have some sort of aspirations to get through the group, it's going to take a toll on them. Do they want to win a trophy this year? I think they're going to go like strong for Carabao or FA Cup.
Are we talking? That's assuming that Arsenal get. I think if Arsenal miss on their first targets,
they're going to get Declan Rice.
They're getting Declan Rice.
They're getting Declan Rice.
Yeah. So they're getting Declan Rice.
Yeah, for me,
are in for him.
Yeah. I'll be shocked if they don't. Absolutely shocked.
If they get Declan, I think if they get Declan Rice, they get a defender. It's not enough to push for a. I don't think it's enough to push for the title. They need another midfielder, to be honest, to replace Thomas Partey when he start doing flicks and tricks.
Hold on,
when he start doing flicks and tricks.
Is Partey staying? Do we think Partey's staying?
Yes. He's staying. So I think they need a striker to score goals because
they don't.
Saka and Martinelli. I get what you're saying that based on last year, but I think it's unpredictable.
I feel they had Jesus injured for time, which was he's not known for injuries, by the way. But I think with a stronger midfield they push for more better goals. That's the way I look at it.
So you think Partey,
Yeah,
you think Partey, Rice, Odegaard is a competent midfield?
It could be. Who said they won't get DM?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
If they don't get Caicedo, they'll get someone else. Yeah, I think they'll go for someone else. Yeah, I think so as well.
I think Liverpool, if they don't get anybody good name next to McAllister, because McAllister was the second choice, by the way, Bellingham was first. I don't think they still make top 4 based on the assumption that Man United will get a midfielder, not Mason Mount, and a striker.
Man United need more than that, man.
Yeah, at least Man United need 2 players, a midfielder, not Mason Mount. I'm gonna repeat that again, not Mason Mount. At least, Cass, at least
it's not enough. It's not enough.
I know it's not enough, but at least you need a striker that will score goals. Because
we only yeah, but who? We're all talking on.
No, I don't know, but there's how many? You're talking to Højlund, and they are valuing him at 60 million pounds.
Yeah,
are you gonna go pay 60 million pounds to get Højlund for someone that it's a gamble? Højlund is a gamble. It's his first year.
All strikers on today's market, other than Kane and even Osimhen to a degree, is a gamble. Unfortunately, whether you like it or not. And nothing is
not like Højlund, right? Like Colomboani is at least more proven than Højlund.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying, everything's a gamble. But Man United with even a different midfielder, and yes, they would be strong, but we'll see exactly the same thing that we've seen this year. Just that bit of a drop off, because why? There's no bench, and if they are, they're probably injury prone. Teams are just going to get.
I feel you lack leadership, to be honest.
I don't think leadership's really the issue with Man United. I think there's been good leadership this year. It's just quality.
Can I tell you why I said that? Because I think at home you gain the confidence from the fans, from everybody being behind you. While going away, it looks like people are scared and there is nobody to pick them up and tell them we can play the same freaking football that we play at home. You don't be scared, because your players tend to fall back, be shy a little bit from tackles away from home, and that reflects leadership off and on the pitch.
I'll be real, a top 4 finish, and again, I'll take an FA Cup or something, but a top 4 finish, I'll take the same season if it means owners come in and can't do much till next season. You have to be realistic.
I think that's the key. If you were to get if the owners were to have been in place, ready to have the full transfer window with directors of football in place that they want in place, I think it would be a completely different story with Man United. But I think Cass is spot on. If the ownership doesn't come in until, even if it came in late July, it's too late, really. And
Hold
truly,
on. Can I respond to this?
I think Newcastle
United, if you get your owners and you keep a little bit of within touching distance within the top teams until January, and your owners coming in October or July, you can do what Newcastle did. The right investments, you get the right players in, and you get the late push for that. Not winning it.
I think also, hold on. I think you also, the other key with that is as well, is the form of others is massive.
Yeah, I understand. But everybody's going to be competitive.
I think that the hardest thing at the moment is that we are looking at, look, we're saying that Chelsea are going to be better. We're saying that Liverpool are going to be better. Straight away, we think Arsenal are going to be as good as they were last season. We think City, do you know what? Even if you think there might be a drop-off from City, even if you think there's a drop-off from City, the drop-off is not going to be a drop-off
out of the top 4.
Yeah. So then even a drop-off from City, and all of a sudden next season is going to be more competitive than this season. So I think that's the hardest bit, isn't it? I think Cass might be right with Newcastle, because I think Newcastle really need for them to take it to another level now.
I think about 5 players, bro.
Yeah.
I think this is the most exciting Premier League for me season in the modern history, if everybody gets their targets.
When there's a new
Maddison goes to Newcastle, Rice goes to Arsenal, Caicedo goes to Chelsea, Liverpool get their McAllister, Man United get their Mason Mount.
And Martial stays fully fit. All of a sudden, that's a bit different as well.
And if I see that pillow, man, I swear, if you bring that, just knife that pillow, man. Just splash it.
No, but what I mean is that this is very exciting this season, to be honest, based on the speculations and the movement around the Premier League. It is exciting, and it is exciting that Man City are about to lose some players. Laporte is going to leave. Gundogan, as you said, maybe Bernardo, Mahrez, so new blood coming into Man City.
I think Gundogan's
I'm
going,
so
by the way.
excited about one more thing about this Man City team. I'm very excited about seeing Haaland, the new Haaland in the summer. Now, Haaland towards the end of the season, yes, he didn't score goals, but he got more involved, and he improved his all around game, right?
Did you see his interview?
So he said, I'm still 21. What are you guys expecting? He said, I'm 21. I'm getting better. He said, I'm 21 only. I'm getting better.
And he said, I'm so
learning.
different. I'm so different to how I was a year ago at Dortmund. That I think you're right.
That's one factor Cass didn't factor in, is that Haaland is improving as well, Cass.
I think Haaland looked tired at the end of the season. I think Haaland might have actually looked a little bit tired at the end of the season in hindsight.
But he had a month and a half of rest. But Cass, imagine Haaland improving.
Yeah, no, you will get better, to be fair.
Oh my God.
I don't know how you can get better than 55, 56 goals, but
assists, start scoring, but you are the one
he
who's
did all right for assists this season. Hold on, he did all right for assists this season.
Imagine improving on that. Imagine giving double digits assists as well in the league.
True.
Imagine that. Like, come on, guys.
Anitan, Zubimendi's there for an option as he has a release clause. I got a feeling he might be going. Real Madrid might get him, you know. They need that sixth midfielder, don't they?
Another one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he sounds like such a... I swear they were looking at him. Zubimendi's a good player.
Interesting to see who are favourites for the Champions League next season, because Real Madrid are building a monster over there at the moment.
They want it.
They want it badly.
And if they want Mbappe as well, you know what? Just give it to them on it.
They are preparing a bid, I think. That's what I'm understanding.
If they get Mbappe,
150 plus euros.
Right, bring him to Wembley. Let's have it.
Yeah. Zubimendi, though, that's a great player.
Anything else?
Nah, not really.
I need to turn my sprinkler off.
Is it still on? Nah, nothing else, man. Just be back tomorrow. This Friday's probably going to be boing in the news.
We need some more news tomorrow. I feel like, do you know what? Let me just look into my crystal. I think there's going to be news around Chelsea tomorrow.
It's been too silent, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been a bit quiet, Chelsea, recently. I think there's going to be some news around Chelsea tomorrow.
Hold on. Didn't Barcelona guys said that they wanted to hear from Gundogan yesterday? They said that was the last day.
I thought it was Friday.
It's Friday, so it's tomorrow. So it's either now or never. That's it.
Yeah, do we believe anything we hear from Barcelona, though?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Gundogan is probably still saying, like, you haven't actually offered me anything yet. What are you going on about? Like,
but anyway, guys, hit a like on your way out. Don't forget that. So a like button, maybe get us to 250, guys. Before you go, the like button. Oh, we're already on 262. So get us to 300 then.
Yeah, it's 300. So before you leave, or as you leave, check that like button, give it a smash. Look at my eyes. Hay fever.
It's killing me right now as well.
Guys, get us to 300 likes. But thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for everybody. Super chatters, the like buttons are appreciated. All new subscribers, welcome to Never a Foul. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. And we're out of here.